Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul and this is PB Trader. In this video I'm going to talk about a perfect trade. It was a nice easy delta flip trade using just order flow, cumulative delta, divergence and footprint charts. So I will go straight into that trade. On my screen you can see where it flipped, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to rewind and I'm going to discuss the reasons why I took it, and I'm going to discuss exactly what to look for when you see it again. So the market opened today at 9:30 a.m. We were watching this level in the pre-market. So I'm going to flick to my TradingView. I do all my analysis on TradingView. So in the pre-market today, I said we're going to keep an eye on a breakout over this level, 75.50. I said keep an eye on a bounce down here, 75.25 to 75.31, that zone there, top of the pivot from previous day. And there's a few other levels. I said keep an eye on down here, 7,500, psychological number. But anyway, as the market opened, it pulled right back down into the area we was watching. And the reason I liked it was because we had a big volume shelf. It was a high, a previous day's high. I like the break and retest of previous day highs. And it's a big area of confidence. And on the left hand side, you can see we had a big volume shelf here. So I was looking for a bounce anywhere in this region. I talked about it live. I even put it in my Discord. So this is what the premium members of my Discord will get today. And here I said keep an eye on 75.31 to 75.25 bounce. There's other levels as well to watch out for. They didn't trigger. None of these triggered today. The only one triggered was that one. So if you go back the last few days, lots of these, all these triggers, I haven't updated recently, but on that day, 1, 2, 3 out of the 4 levels I said watch for triggered. So today I was watching these levels. I was watching a break and retest on strength. I was looking for a long over pre-market high. I was watching for a 7,500 bounce, psychological and that fair value gap. I was watching an orb below pre-market low. It did trigger, but it did actually go below, but it didn't actually trigger the orb. And I was watching this 75.31 to 75.25 bounce, and that was put in at 2 p.m. That's 9 a.m. Eastern time, so before the market opens. So let's go down into my footprint charts and I'll show you exactly how I took the trade. So as the market is opening, 9 a.m., this is when we start talking about the market. I said during the pre-market video, I said here we got an aligned point control, lots of selling imbalances, and we had a bit of a delta flip. But I generally don't play pre-market because it moves a lot slower and the volume. But this did work out exactly in the direction I said it was going to go as well. We talked about it. So I'm going to scroll down. The market opened and we saw more weakness, lots of big negative deltas. And then we was watching for a potential entry. And then I noticed it's coming down into that 75.31 area. This is the area I was watching for a bounce down here. 75.31 to 75.25. So I carried on watching, lots and lots of patience. We were watching a delta. You can go back and watch the live stream on YouTube. It was the 26th of May. You can go and watch that on YouTube right now. It's a live video. I was trading live as well. And I kept saying we need to be patient. We don't just take any potential breakout. So it started seeing some negative delta and some positive deltas coming down. 236, 430. And we had a big negative down and a big positive down. So here was when I started licking my lips a little bit. We saw a delta flip. We saw a big positive delta. And the only reason I didn't go long is it didn't break this downtrend. I was quite specific. I want to see it break the downtrend. We had a big positive delta as well. I want to see follow through. It didn't break up. So I was still holding, but now I'm starting to see delta divergences. A red candle on a massive aggressive buying delta. Next candle, the sellers absorbed more of the buyers, plus 193 on a red candle. Then we had a massive 700, almost 697 negative delta. And then we saw the delta flip. It went from minus 697 to plus 546. So we still don't buy because we see that, because we wait for confirmation. Confirmation will be breaking this trend. And then we're coming into the area I was watching. Remember I said we're watching 75.31 all the way down to 75.25, that region here. just bring back the levels I put out today on the Discord, just as a reminder. There we go. So keep an eye on 75.31, this region here, to 75.25, this region here. So that's the area I was watching for a bounce. So it was written in pre-market, and so it's good to have an idea what's going on. Then we see a slight bounce, positive delta. Again, that's not an entry. Then we see another positive delta. This is what makes it interesting. Big positive delta. I'm cancelling out the negative delta. Another positive delta. We're breaking the trend. We still don't get in at this point. And we had another positive delta. Lots of buying imbalances. So now I was really licking my lips. And what I do want to wait for is a slight pullback. I don't want to be chasing, because when we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles up, you're pretty much chasing, and you know it's gonna have to pull back a little tiny bit. Notice the aligned point of control up here as well, so keep an eye on that 75.31 area as we put in our first red candle. Now I was looking for the trade. So we had a positive delta, a positive delta, then a relatively small negative delta. We had buyers still interested on the ask. We had sellers kind of getting a bit weaker on the bid as well. So it's kind of showing a little bit of a change. So then we had this big positive delta. As soon as I saw this candle come in, we were going with the buyers. I only buy on green candles long. I only sell on red candles short. So I would never get in on a red candle, because we don't know, that red candle could have just kept going. So I was waiting for the next green candle, and this is the one. I'm looking for big positive delta, quite a lot of a higher volume as well. There's more volume in that candle than we were on this green candle. And then the next candle is where I waited for the entry. I got in on the break of this candle, 75.32. So the zone I was watching was this for a bounce. Again, when I say these levels, I'm not looking for a line, I'm looking for a zone, and that's the zone I was waiting for. It came in, that confirmed it, that confirmed my level I put out on the Discord, and I was just waiting for a confirmation. I'm waiting for the break of this trend, I'm waiting for aggressive buyers to take control. Then I'm waiting for lack of sellers. So no sellers came in then. We had a small negative delta, followed by a green candle, big positive delta. So I'm moving on to the next candle. I'm going to scroll up for a bit. So my entry was on the break of that candle long. When I saw a big positive delta, it was an easy entry. Then I saw another green delta on my entry, which is great. My first exit was 10 ticks. So I have a 10 tick target, and I have a 10 tick stop on one contract. I get 3 ES contracts. Then I have a 20 tick target on my remaining 2 contracts. So I got 1 there as a stop. I've got 2 contracts of ES there. And then I have 1 exit there. Then I have 1 exit at 40 ticks. 20 ticks I meant. And then I hold a runner. So a 20 tick exit. I'm waiting for that 20 tick. And as soon as I hit to 20 ticks, I go to break even. What you don't see behind there is actually 2 exits. So my apologies. So my first 10 tick exit was there. My second 20 tick exit was there. So 10 ticks, that's my 10 tick stop. 20 ticks, and then I've got an 80 tick runner. So that was my first exit here. That's 1 contract, another 1 contract, and I held a further contract. And then we pushed up. As soon as I started seeing some negative delta coming in, I started tightening my stop. I usually hold the point of controls for my stops, purely because that's where the most amount of volume is traded. And if we lose a point of control, then we're breaking that trend effectively. So why would you want to keep your stop down here? You just basically want to trail the point of controls at the highest amount of volume in every candle. So I moved my stop to just below these buying imbalances. So if we lose that area, then we'll be losing that point of control as well, and we'll be losing those buying imbalances. So I held, and then we saw this big negative delta. Look at this, minus 137, minus 491 with no green follow through, and then a massive minus 2,229 delta. So for me, holding that area there as a stop was critical as soon as I saw that, because big sellers absorbed all the buyers, and you can see that quite clearly in the footprint chart. Lots of aggressive sellers, lots of aggressive buyers, but more, we've got 1,000, 1,200, 1,066, 1,058, loads more aggressive sellers up here. So this was definitely, this was definitely a selling area just there. So then I trailed out at that point there, which was 75.41 for a decent, I think it was about 3 hour I took 1 hour there, 2 hours there, and about 3 hour there on the pullback. So a nice 3 hour trade. Obviously it's nice when it hits that 80 tick runner, but today didn't. It did on Friday. And then look what happened. And that's why we read the order flow and we know when to get out. It pulled back. My break even would have been down at 75.33. Eventually would have taken out my break even as well. I don't think it would have stopped me. I could have held it, but then I would have been holding all this drawdown. And you can see we had a big delta flip down in, minus 529 and plus 422. Buying imbalances. You probably could have added or gone long here as well, because that was the low. And then the market just carried on going up and up and up all day long. And that was today's trade. Really, really decent day. It was about $800 for every account I trade. I trade Apex accounts. So it's a good way to build up a portfolio of trades. I recommend that. Please use my code PBTrader and you can get up to 90% off accounts. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, the Apex accounts are brilliant because it's a nice way to add funds or get paid, and you're not risking your own funds at all. You're risking other people's funds. So take a look, check out the link in the description. Also, if you like these footprint charts, all my analysis comes from these footprint charts, and they are pretty amazing. I'm not just saying that. It's a really decent platform. I built it myself. It works on NinjaTrader. You don't need to subscribe to anything. It's a one-off payment for the footprint charts, lifetime payment. So once you paid, you get all the updates for life, all the new features, all the new analysis, and the footprint charts are just amazing. It gives you X-ray vision into the market. Like we saw that exit today, when I said I'm getting out because I didn't like all those buyers up there. You wouldn't normally see that on a candlestick. You don't see what's going on inside these candles. You only see the price, and you may see volume per candle, but you don't see what buyers and sellers are actually doing. So I really do recommend footprint charts, and it's one of the key elements to my order flow trading. I'm going to start putting out a lot more order flow videos, because order flow is the way on these choppy, horrible markets. You want to see what's going on in the background. You don't want to be guessing or hoping or holding your fingers crossed for a trade to work. You want to see exactly when to get in and exactly when to get out. And here's another excellent example of a delta flip. So we had big aggressive buyers coming in, all these positive deltas, buying imbalances as well. And then we had a big positive delta coming up into this high. This is 75.33. You recognize that area from earlier? And then we had a massive 1,500 negative delta. A green candle, this is important. A green candle with another massive negative delta. And then we pulled back up. We had no more follow through. Small negative delta there. But we only had 6 buyers on the RSET, only 19 up there. So there's definitely exhaustion from buyers. We had a big move up and a big push back down. And then the market just sold back down. Look at this. Minus 489, minus 322, minus 1,300. A small positive delta. That definitely wasn't a delta flip there. I'm looking for big deltas, not small deltas. Then we had another 200 negative delta, 1,295 negative delta. So had I been watching the market at 2 p.m, I don't trade that late. That would have been a definite entry. My entry probably would have been the break of this confluence area, the break and the pullback into that zone, maybe on the pullback into that candle there. But that's what I would have looked for: a break of this confluence, breaking and retesting, breaking the trend line, pulling back a little bit, and then putting new lows on more aggressive selling. And there you go. And that's why you trail, and that's why we trail out on these scalps as well. That's our trend line there. So we would have, if I was short, I would have been out around that point there. So again, a delta flip. Here's another delta flip here. You see it. Once you start seeing them, you see them all the time. Big, massive negative delta, a smaller negative delta. So we're seeing a bit of exhaustion from sellers down here. So I'll be watching that for an exit as well if I was short. And then we had a positive delta, a buying imbalance at the low, and then a massive positive delta. Still not the reason to get in long. Then I would have waited for the break of this trend line where it would break it and a pullback to retest. Look at this, a red candle on a positive delta. So we've got more aggressive buyers on this one red candle than we have aggressive sellers. So we know the buyers are coming back into the market. And then we had a delta flip. This is the delta flip here, minus 1,295 over there. Big positive 370, a positive 735, basically cancels out all of those sellers. And then look at the next candle, massive 950, 1,200. So you could have got the entry on the breakout of that red candle. Remember I said I only take the green candles long. And you could easily got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 ticks on that one. Seeing a negative delta would have made me a little bit nervous. But as soon as I saw a positive 700 delta, I would have been, we're back in the room again. And there we go, look at that. That would have been a lovely trade. Maybe I should hang around and watch for these delta flips. But, you know, I trade 1 hour of the day. I only want to trade 1 hour. Why waste my brain power on anything else? I took one trade today and I walked away. And that was it. And that was an easy trade. And that is a delta flip. And I've just given you 2 bonus examples as well of the delta flips and how great they are. And how easy they are to spot as well. And let's just see at the top of this one. I don't know what the market did. We took a massive big delta. That's a big volume push into this high. And then the delta 100, we got 1,165. Then we only had 1,180. So again, we only had 188 positive aggressive buyers at this high. So it's showing exhaustion from buyers. Negative delta, small positive delta again there. The mozzie on me. And then we had a small negative delta, but look at this, only 2 aggressive sellers. So potentially this area here is where there's no more buyers. And then let's see what happens if we find a delta flip. So that's our area there to watch. We broke that confluence. We pulled back a bit. Yeah, big negative delta. Maybe would have break out at 75.37 and it would have worked. There you go. And we're coming up to the market close. Again, this is outside of regular market hours now, so it's a little bit different, so bigger numbers and it's a bit more choppier, but that would have worked as well. We would have waited for the pullback and we would have got in on the break of that candle. Our stop would have been there and we could have got another 20 ticks. So again, the delta flip, it's really easy to spot. You're looking for lots of confirmation to go. You don't just get in on a delta flip, you wait for confirmation, you wait for break of trend. You're waiting for lack of buyers or sellers, depending which way you're going. And then here's another confirmation. Only 3 aggressive buyers at the high of that candle on a big negative delta. So you could have gone short, easy short there. And that would have been a nice, quick, easy scalp. So that's it. I dragged this out a little bit longer with those extra bonus delta flips. Only because I saw them on the screen, I had to explain them as well. If you want to follow me every day, I'm live every single day. 9 AM Eastern time or 2 PM here in the UK. Join the live stream on YouTube. Otherwise, join the premium Discord as well. All my educational videos, all my screenshots, everything I do goes into the premium Discord. There's also a free members Discord as well, where we can chat as well. So appreciate that. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you for watching.